Hi guys, how you going? Sparring DK here, and this is just a little video here on the next series that I'm going to be doing on FIFA 17. Now, if you were with us last year, we did a series called the Journeyman, and I set up a whole heap of rules for European-based football. We started in the Irish League, then we took a job depending on the next group stage sort of thing. We was it Norway, and Sweden, and you'll remember if you watched it. But basically there was 6 groups we tried to get through over multiple seasons. It was a simulation style career mode where we just picked one game a month to play sort of things. And eventually we just went through and we won the Champions League with Barcelona. So I want to bring Journeyman back to the channel, but I want to do it a little bit differently this year. The idea behind it last year was to build up those European clubs and hopefully face them in Champions League football. Now, the way FIFA worked with its scripting and elements and that kind of stuff in the background, we didn't actually get to play against any of our teams. They sort of fell away, traded off their best players, and it all sort of didn't really work out how I wanted to do it. So I'm going to make some changes this year, but I want you guys at home to give me your feedback before I start putting this together. So I've got a couple of different scenarios and options. I may put up a little voting tab, or I'll leave it to the comments down below. Probably comments is probably easier, but there'll basically 2 questions I want you to answer. So what I want to do this year is I'm going to call it Journeyman Road to the World Cup. If you were with us on FIFA 15, I did Bradford City Road to the World Cup Australia, which was a half sort of simulation series, and we tried to go through multiple World Cups and try and win it with Australia, which is a lot of fun. I didn't do it in FIFA 16, so I want to join the Journeyman with the Road to the World Cup series and create this Journeyman Road to the World Cup. This is where it gets a little bit technical, so make sure you follow it along. I'll try and do some graphics and try and make it a bit easier to understand. The first thing we need to do for this career mode is work out how we're going to select which country we're going to try and win the World Cup with. So I've got 3 scenarios for you. The first one being we use a Scout Future Star in Season 1, and whatever country he is from, we try and get the job with that country and try and win a World Cup over, the whole career mode sort of thing. So effectively what I want to do is start with a club at the Journeyman style. I'm thinking Perth Glory in the A-League, start here in Australia, and whatever country we have, we'll make sure that we've always got a scout in that country developing talent, and then we move to the next club. We keep going, and eventually there, after 8 or 9 seasons, there's a massive pool of decent potential players that have hopefully grown into that national side. Hopefully we're managing that national side and we try and win ourselves a World Cup. So I think it could be fairly interesting. The second idea is basically just go through the career mode, and the first international job that's offered to us, we take it, providing that we can scout that country. So purely up to chance. So it could be any country that we're offered first. It could be could be China, and then we have to keep scouting China, trying to build up China, try and get the Chinese manager role as well, which will maybe tricky, and then try and win a World Cup with them. So that's option number 2. And number 3 would be just to give you guys a whole selection of countries. You guys vote, and whichever gets the most votes, that's the country we will look at. So just covering those again. Number 1 is use the Scout Future Star. Whatever country he is the country that we manage. Number 2 is whichever is the first job offered to us, we can take that option, and then we have to start trying to build up that nation. Or number 3 is a viewer vote. So I might just go into the comments and just let me know what you want. I might put a poll up. I don't know. I haven't really thought this through. I just wanted to get this video and get this series started. So the rules for the Journeyman will be as such. Exactly the same as we did last year. We're only allowed to sign youth scouted players and free agents. We're not allowed to make transfers for any other player except for the Scout Future Star. Now, if we go down the road of choosing an entirely different country to the Scout Future Star, that's fine, but I would still like to put a Scout Future Star in and try and bring him across to all the clubs that we do manage, same as we did with Fabian Bush last year. Okay, so then the next rule is whichever club we start managing, so obviously I want to start in Australia with the Perth Glory, and we have to stay with them until we win the league title. We don't have to win any cups or anything. As long as we win that league title, that is our journeyman objective, and then we can go and look for the next job. Now here is where the next option comes in for you guys. What I was thinking for the journeyman, rather than moving through the European clubs like we did last year, I want to go through continents. So obviously if I start with Perth Glory in the A-League, that's the only league in the Australian continent, so it's pretty reasonable to start there. Then I'm thinking we can go to North America and maybe take a team in the MLS or Mexico. Then we can go to Asia, and there's Japan, South Korea, and Saudi Arabian leagues. So we can try and pick up a job there, win a title, and move on to the next one. South America has Argentinian, Brazilian, Chilean, and the Colombian league. So 4 leagues there that we can try and get a job in. And then I think finally, for the 5th job, it can be any European team. So hopefully that's an idea that you think's pretty reasonable. The option being, do we go to the countries in that order? Do we go Australia, then North America, then Asia, then South America, and finally Europe? Or do we do it in any order, but provided that we try and get a job in all 5 continents through the career mode? So it's a lot of information to take in. I will try and get some graphics up just to try and help this. So there's 2 options there. I'll decide when I do the edit. I'm either going to do a little poll to pop up and you can choose the 2 different options, or if that doesn't show up, just let me know in the comments down below. If you've got any other ideas or rules or stipulations you'd like to see added into this, do leave me a comment down below. And yeah, just looking for some feedback. I'm not sure when this is going to start. I'm hoping, well, sooner rather than later, but obviously I want to get your initial feedback, and I'll start building it. We'll have a few more lead up videos just to establish and finalize the rules before we start recording this series. But yeah, the Journeyman is going to be the next series on FIFA 17. Hopefully you're excited for that, and we'll start working through this together so that you guys get something that you really want to watch. But that's all I've got time for today. Thanks very much. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one.